Well,
Hey, just got finished watching the Oval Office presser.
was that a presser or was that a Donnybrook?
Yeah, it's almost came to that.
Okay, so Tiny Hands kept saying he wants to align himself with just America. Not going to be adversarial with Putin.
Yeah.
Nice face from Zelensky when
He practically rolled himself out of the chair.
He said that he'd be aligned with Europe. Yeah. Okay. Sure he is.
He knows what Europe is talking about when it comes to Tiny Hands.
Zelensky offered for Vance to come and visit Ukraine, and
Yes.
Vance said it'll just be a propaganda tour.
Coward. Biden went to Ukraine.
He did the worst part of the war.
Yeah.
Tiny Hands tells Zelensky that he's in no position to dictate how we feel.
How America will feel. He kept telling Zelensky he doesn't have the cards, and Zelensky's response was, "I'm not playing cards." And at this point, they're shouting, like legitimately shouting.
Shouting at this point.
It felt like an old family Thanksgiving from my childhood.
Tiny Hands says, "You're gambling with World War III." Indeed, we are. A lot of shouting. He pushed Zelensky.
He literally, I'll reenact, because it was actually quite a shove. He went like this to the side of his arm. Yeah.
That's diplomacy, isn't
the
it?
President of the United States of America went like this to the president of a country who's at war, who has been invaded. So that was great.
He kept saying, Tiny Hands kept saying, it's very hard to do business like this. The bully didn't like being stood up to. And
He kept
Zelensky
talking
was
about
standing up
deals
to him.
and deals, and Zelensky he came forward in his chair and was sitting up quite
Zelensky
straight.
says Putin broke the ceasefires before. He's never kept his word and whatever. And Tiny Hands was like, Putin will respect me.
And he was rambling on and on about Biden and Bush at one point and Obama. And then Zelensky, popped up with how that he indeed has been president since this war began, but he didn't want to hear that.
And then Tiny Hands really started devolving and started talking about Hunter Biden.
Yeah, laptop,
bedroom, and bathroom.
Hunter Biden's bedroom, Hunter Biden's bathroom.
Is where it all began.
I think in his diminished capacity, he's pulling out this because it was in his own bathroom and bedroom at Mar-a-Lago that the files were being stored. So I think this is some kind of a weird
non sequitur
demented thing. J.D. Vance started shouting in and defending and patted Tiny Hands on the knee at one point. Gross. And then they broke away at the end. There's a still shot of the Ukrainian ambassador, like literally like this. It was horrific.
It was horrific.
It was horrific.
Basically, in a nutshell, Tiny Hands was sticking up for Putin.
Yeah.
Over and over.
Yeah.
Over and over.
Yeah. And Zelensky made it very obvious and evident that he knows what they're saying in the heads of Europe about Captain Tiny Hands in this whole situation. And it ain't great.
There's not going to be any end to this war.
Not anytime soon.
Nope.
And I think Zelensky's going to have to rely on NATO for anything he's going to need. There's not going to be any signing of anything, because he did reference last time he signed a truce that never went anywhere while Tiny Hands was in office before. So, yeah, it wasn't great.
Not great.
I may have some Jamesons in my afternoon tea. All right, we'll talk to you later.